Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a story that's, well, it's part high-stakes romance, part radical new take on education, and believe me, it all kicks off with one absolutely impossible demand.
So, it all starts with this, a demand for $20 million. But this isn't about greed. Not really. It's a test to see if he's genetically worthy, and it sets this insane mission into motion.
Okay, so at the center of all this, you've got two sisters. On one side, there's our protagonist's ex-wife. On the other, her younger sister, who just so happens to be his true love. Yeah, talk about a complicated situation.
So, if he wants to marry his true love, he has to pay up. And the price tag is staggering, $20 million. And get this, $13 million of that is for the ex-wife's emotional damages. And the other $7 million is a dowry for the sister he actually wants to marry. Wow.
Now, you and I might call that extortion, but for this incredibly wealthy family, it's business as usual. It's a high-stakes test, right? A way to prove he's actually worthy of their bloodline. That $20 million, it's not just money, it's basically a certificate proving his genetic quality. Just wild.
So, what do you do? How on earth do you come up with $20 million when the clock is ticking? Well, his answer isn't what you'd expect. No risky stock plays, no crazy startup pitch. No, his plan is something completely different, something built around education. And that brings us to his blueprint. He's planning to use a system he already designed, an AI-powered course for young people called AI Cares. And make no mistake, this isn't just some business idea. For him, this is the weapon he's going to use to win this financial war.
So what is AI Cares? Well, think of it like a boot camp. It's a super intense 12-week sprint. The goal is to take a student who knows absolutely nothing about money and turn them into someone who's generating real, legal income online. It's all about building skills and confidence fast.
And here's the key principle, the secret sauce, really. Students earn money while they're still learning. As you can see, the income goals start small. These are in Vietnamese dong, by the way. But they grow week by week as the students get better. And it's all done with mentors watching over them every step of the way.
The whole thing is built on this really simple but powerful loop. Step 1, learn a real, practical skill using AI tools. Step 2, immediately, and I mean immediately, use that skill to create something, like a digital product or a service. And Step 3, earn actual money from it. It's all action, no fluff.
All right, so let's dive a little deeper into the how. What are they actually teaching? Well, the entire curriculum is built on what the founder calls the 4 pillars of independence.
Pillar number 1 is sales. But hold on, it's not what you think. We're not talking about sleazy car salesman tactics here. They define it as a basic human skill. You know, the ability to communicate what you need and what you're worth. Think about it. It's something we've all been doing since we were babies, crying for milk.
Okay, pillar number 2, accounting. And again, forget boring spreadsheets. The philosophy here is ripped straight from the playbook of the super wealthy. It all boils down to one simple, incredibly powerful rule for how you split up every single dollar you make. And this is the rule. They call it the 4-to-1 rule. For every $4 that come in, you only get to spend $1 on yourself. Just $1. 2 of them, so half your income, go straight into savings and investments. And that last dollar, you reinvest it back into yourself, into tools, into skills, so you can make the next $4 even faster. It's a machine for building wealth.
Next up, the third pillar is investing. But the first thing they teach isn't about hitting home runs or finding the next big crypto coin. Nope, it's about defense. It's all about safety, understanding cash flow, and managing your risk before you even think about the reward.
And that brings us to the last pillar, leadership. And this is the cool part. You can't learn it from a book. It's not taught, it's earned. It's only after a student has absolutely crushed it in sales, accounting, and investing, when their results are so good that other people are literally asking them for help, that's when they get moved into leadership roles.
So you have to wonder, right? Where did all these kind of radical, real-world ideas come from? Well, that leads us to a really mysterious figure in the background, the founder's mentor, a guy known only as SP. So when our guy went to SP with this insane $20 million problem, SP didn't even blink. His response was basically, 20 billion Vietnamese dong? That might take a minute. But 20 million US dollars? I can do that in a flash. And that flash, that plan, well, that's the AI Cares program we've been talking about.
The core of SP's whole philosophy is this. You treat every challenge like a mission. Not a job, not a task,
a mission. You have to bring the discipline and the laser focus of a soldier. It's a complete mindset shift.
And that soldier mindset extends to how he builds his team. SP taught him to forget about fancy resumes and college degrees. Instead, you choose your leaders based on how hungry they are. He actually said to look for people who are in debt, people who have that iron will to fight their way out, because they have everything to gain and nothing left to lose.
And this is the final piece of the puzzle. It's what's really driving him. He feels he owes a $60 billion empathy debt to his mentor. Now, that's not real money, of course. It's a philosophical debt, a feeling that the only way to repay his mentor is to create something of massive value for other people, for society.
And this is where it all comes together. The crazy love story, the $20 million demand, and this radical educational program, it's all connected. Because you see, this AI Cares program, it isn't just some clever business idea he cooked up. It's not a side project. It's way, way more personal than that. It is his battle plan. It's his real-time, high-stakes mission to generate that $20 million to win back the woman he loves and to prove to her family, and maybe to himself, that he's worthy. He's not just selling a system. He is the ultimate case study. He's betting his entire future on it. So, all of this leaves us with one big question to think about. If you had to generate a massive amount of wealth to prove your own worth, what would you bet on? A stock? A startup? Or would you bet on a system designed to lift other people up? It kind of makes you think, doesn't it? What we decide to teach the next generation, it's really just a reflection of the battles we're willing to fight ourselves.